guys, here is part 3. Again, I have parts 1 and 2 down in the description below. If you haven't seen those yet, go ahead and check them out. Yeah, hope you all enjoy. Alright guys, welcome to the next part of getting this damn Volvo back together. So anyways, like I said in the last part, I was going to go through and I was going to press out the bushings and replace them with new ones, but I spent 2.5 hours on this and I only got one bushing out. I'm using the wrong tool. It's what it comes down to. I'm using the wrong tool. I know I am, so blast me in the comments if you want. Probably could have pressed that out a lot easier, but the other thing is all this in here, this is all dried up crusty rubber, and I would have to get all this stuff cleaned out real nice to get the bushing to work right. The other thing, I was going to press these out, but I decided to just go ahead and I'm going to put new ones of these on because I really don't want to mess with trying to get this right. And as you can see, they're pretty rusty, pretty crusty. And I think the weld on this over here is actually cracked. I don't know, but I'm just going to replace them just to be on the safe side. So these, well, we'll just go ahead and we'll add them to the old Volvo parts pile. And I'm going to show you what I got. So today we'll be putting a bunch of new parts on. I got new ball joints from, I think those are from Rock Auto. These here are ABS wheel speed sensors. I broke one, so I'm just going to replace both. Got those from Parts Geek. And then here are the new sway bar stays. Nice, shiny and new bushings. I don't got to worry about pressing them in. And then I'll show you the control arm that I got. Get this stupid glove in here. There we go. All right. So here is the new control arm. As you can see, the bushing surfaces are nice, machined and polished, along with all the other surfaces. There's already bushing in it, so I don't gotta mess with that. So I know I said like you can go ahead and get new bushings and save yourself some money, but these here, I think these were like 34 bucks off Parts Geek. These were like 53 bucks off Parts Geek. Ball joints are pretty cheap. These were the most expensive thing. I think these were like 46 bucks for the pair, but they range anywhere from 46 bucks to a pair to $430 for one. So let's keep an eye out on them and make sure you get the right stuff you need. I don't think there is no driver's side, no passenger side on these. I think these are actually a little bit longer. Let me check. Oh, actually a little bit shorter than the old ones, which should be fine. Might actually be down here is where I'm losing it, because I think it's all the same at the end of the day. So we're gonna go ahead, and the plan for today is to get the front corners of the car put back together. We might do a transmission mount, I don't know, but I will really want to get this car back on the road, on the ground, and not sitting here taking it apart. So with that, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get everything, all my tools over here, get everything going, and then we're going to go ahead and hit it off. I'm probably just going to do a little montage to while putting these the two corners of the car back together, so you don't have to watch everything I do. So here we go. All right, so the one thing I do have to do is I have to get this out. This is the broken ABS wheel speed sensor that I broke. It happens. Anyways, so I got to take the bracket off for the caliper, and then I got to take off the rotor, and then I'm probably just going to try to tap it from the other side with a ball peen and see if I can get it loose. So we're going to go ahead and get this bracket off, get the rotor off, and hopefully get that out. Alrighty, so old wheel speed sensors out. Just took a little bit of lube, a little bit of heat, and a little hammer and a punch. Just sat here and hit the top of it with a hammer, and it came right out. I'm going to go ahead and clean the hole out here with a little wire brush on a drill, just to make sure all the rust and crap's cleaned out. And then I'll clean that, and then I got to finish tightening down this here. There's a debate about how far I need to go with this nut up top. I'm not 100%. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten it down all the way till it stops. I mean, I don't think it'll hurt anything. Shouldn't. But then I can start putting all this crap back together. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean out the thing for the wheel speed sensor, and then Tighten that down all the way, and that'll be going back in the car. Saw how that was down there. Okay, so basically the next step is, man, I must be sweating like crazy here. is I'm going to go through, I'm going to tighten all this stuff down. All these here, this bolt here. But I want to put a load on the suspension using the jack to help facilitate a load. Like the car has been sitting on all fours, so that way you don't damage any of these bushings or anything when you go to set the car down, because it's been tightened with the car, with the suspension all decompressed. So we're going to go ahead and compress the suspension. I am sweating like crazy in these gloves. I'm going to get a better bite on this brake rotor. I'm going to go to the car, starts lifting off the jack stand over here, and that'll be the load that I use. There we go. The car is now off the jack stand, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tighten all these down, and then I'm going to put them within torque spec. Torque spec, the other thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to Loctite them all. I'm going to Loctite everything. I don't need my suspension falling apart while driving down the highway. Oh, there we go. Nope. Really don't want to put suspension in the torque wrench. This torque down. This needs to be torqued down. Yep. There we go. Okay, so all the suspension bits are put back together. So next I'm going to put the brakes back together, and then this side will be done, and then I can start on the other side adventures. Alright, let's put the caliper back on. Alright guys, got one side done. So I'm going to move on to the other side, so I got to get all my crap here and reset. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I got everything over here, and unfortunately I need to take this back apart because I did it wrong. Oh no, I did it wrong. So there's a washer that is a part of this whole assembly when you take it apart. There's actually a washer already up here. It belongs up here in the strut mount, and it's already up there. I already got one up there in the strut mount, so I don't need two. So I got to take that other one out. So I got to compress the spring, do all that jazz. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rotor and bracket off, because it made it so much easier to put back in the car. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get all that done. And then when you come back, I'll be working on getting all this put back together. And it'd be great if once this is all back together. So, all right, here we go. All right, so hopefully you guys can see everything. I'll push it a little bit further back so you can see this part here. So I got to do pretty much the same thing as everywhere else. It's like I'm going to have to whack this with a hammer. Get this bent back out. Look. It's in. I'm sorry I had the camera off when I put this bad boy in. It's in. Just enough. Keep it from sticking on anything. Ooh, that feels good. This back on. Alrighty guys, the suspension is finally back together on the 740. It's been apart for quite a while just because I was waiting for parts and other stuff to come in and just weather to cooperate and just having a day to work on it. So both sides are put back together. Really excited about that. That's going to be, let's flip you guys around here. Hopefully you guys can see me. So that's going to be it for this video. Next video I'll be doing the transmission mount, engine mounts, and valve cover gasket. Valve cover gasket's leaking horribly on this car. I got oil everywhere. I got another one in the house, and luckily it's a pretty easy process to do it. So if you like what you see, you want to see more of me fixing this car and old decrepit crap, please like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out, really keeps me going, really keeps me motivated when it's almost 90 degrees out to be working on cars. So if you're not going to do it for me, do it for my dog Percy. She's out here chilling on the front porch. Fortunately, yes, she is tied up because I have new neighbors up front, and I don't want her wandering around on their property because they have a dog also. So yeah, with that, I bid you guys adieu, and until next time, yeah, I'll check you guys later.